want and we're stupid enough to buy it. We need to stop lowering our standards and stand up and say, we will not take these mediocre products anymore. Oh, and you thought if the toys were having a bad rep and the movies, oh boy, let's get to the video games. Hello everyone, it's D to the B, and yep, you read the title right. Apparently, we're getting 5 Transformers movie. Oh my gosh, the franchise isn't dead. We're getting 5 movies. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, people are already jumping on and saying, oh my gosh, this is totally real. We're back. The franchise isn't dead. Take that, DB, you toxic person, for saying awful things in your last Transformers video. How dare you? The franchise is dead and all those main things. And yeah, you can stop there because I already know where the rest of that's going. But continuing on, the source apparently appeared from a couple places. Hey guys, D to the B here with a small edit to this video. So I got the actual article from the guy who spread the source. So I'm going to have you listen to the article itself so then you get more context.
Bay misses the bots and the megabucks. Did you know that Michael Bay is developing a new Transformers movie at Paramount that he wants to direct? Bay, the auteur of explosions and upskirt shots that define the first 5 megagrossers, had sworn off directing the franchise since his Shia LaBeouf free Transformers: The Last Knight earned just $600 million in 2017, big, but about half the gross of the previous installment. Paramount also tired of his astronomical fees, yet the franchise has atrophied without Bay, and he himself has not reached those box office heights, since, even complaining recently about not being able to get movies greenlit. Bay approached the studio last year to come back as a hands-on producer, and possibly director, and he's got writer Jordan Van Dina working on a script. It's one of 5 or so Transformers projects in development that David Ellison and Skydance will inherit if when the Paramount sale closes. Josh Cooley, who made last year's animated Transformers 1, just closed a deal to pursue a live-action take. There's also a possible G.I. Joe Transformers crossover in development, and the studio has 2 separate ideas in early stages. Hopefully the Bay project will come together. It really is the perfect match of filmmaker and material, and Paramount can take its time. The studio keeps the rights as long as a movie is in production by 2029.
The first one is from the Twitter account Culture Crave, which I'm already not a fan of Culture Crave because they are massive shills when it comes to movies. They defend stuff like Disney, Star Wars, the MCU, all that nonsense. They defend it. So I'm not happy that they're the ones reporting it, but let's see what Culture Crave has to say. They say there are reportedly 5 Transformers projects in development. A Josh Cooley movie, which he's back to directing Transformers movies, this time being a live action because the TF1 universe is dead because of poor marketing. Then there's the G.I. Joe crossover, which we already knew about because of the ending of Rise of the Beast. Well, if it wasn't going to get canceled. Then the potential of Michael Bay's next live-action movie, and 2 additional projects are in the early stages. And the Michael Bay one comes also from a Twitter source named Matthew Baloney, where he was tagged by the Hollywood Handle saying Michael Bay will return to direct a new Transformers movie at Paramount. Now, the question is, are they real sources or are they fake? I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to say it. I do not believe these. I think they're fake. I can already see people whining and crying as I say that, but I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I think it just, for the most part, sounds too good to be true. Let's go through each movie and see what I think. Josh Cooley is set to direct a live action movie. I mean, it could be. I mean, TF1 was received very well by a lot of people. I don't know if it's entirely true, but I'll say maybe. The Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover, most likely going to happen since that was the plan by Lorenzo. We already had it teased in Rise of the Beast, so that would be the obvious one that would come out if these are true. Then Michael Bay's potential next live action movie. Now, I can see some pushback from some Bayverse fans, including some Bayverse fans that are in my community. I don't believe this one. Just sounds way too good to be true. I don't hate Michael Bay. I personally like his films for the most part. Oh, here's a source that a friend of mine gave me that defends Michael Bay a bit. This news of Michael Bay possibly coming back from the TFW5 website or whatever it's called. From Primal Suit. Primal Suit wrote,
Okay, more proof now. But still no official confirmation. But if it ends up true, I might finally feel excited for a TF movie. The last time I was truly excited was in 2017. And TLK crushed my soul with how shit it ended up being. I think one thing people are overlooking is how much Bay actually is willing to listen to feedback, even if sometimes he overcorrects, and it ends up creating a new problem. In 07, even before the movie came out, he ended up changing the Optimus and Megatron heads based on fan feedback. In 09, he added plenty more characters on both sides since people complained that there weren't enough Transformers in the first one. And he adjusted Megatron's design to make it closer to G1, making him less spindly and thin, making his lower legs a different color, and giving him his fusion cannon. In 11, he adjusted Prime's design to give him the grill abs from G1, and gave us action scenes that were easier to follow. Instead of using too much shaky cam in 14, he finally got rid of the military and focused more on the Autobots as main characters, and also introduced Dinobots. In 17, it's hard to find anything redeemable about this movie. You can feel the burnout in this movie, but according to Steve Jablonsky, Bay was serious about fan feedback regarding the previous movie's runtimes being too long, so TLK was edited down wherever possible to make it shorter. Unfortunately, this led to the movie being a barely comprehensible mess, which even Jablonsky was upset about since his music cues also had to be adjusted and edited constantly. Now with 10 years of a break, he's definitely had time to reflect and really hone in what worked, and what didn't work. The humor will definitely be toned down from what it used to be, so that's already a plus for people who thought the humor was juvenile. I think people should keep an open mind about this. If the rumors are true about a Skybound adaptation, then Transformers fans will be eating good in the next few years if they can pull it off well. If anything, a movie succeeding might even make Paramount more confident in TF2. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Then we got this tweet.
Michael Bay liked the script so much he asked to direct it. It wasn't forced on him. Like AOE and TLK, last time he wanted to direct a Transformers film himself was in 2005. When he is not forced to do movies, he can do peak, like TF1DOTB, and 13 Hours. That made me cry. Bring it!
The only ones I really have an issue with are Revenge of the Fallen and The Last Knight. But even then, I would probably put Revenge of the Fallen in that category of films that I like. Like, it's not a great movie, but at the same time, it is way better than The Last Knight. 100%. So, why do I feel like this Michael Bay one isn't true? So, the reason I think the Michael Bay one isn't true, because there are 3 factors to this. Number 1, Michael Bay hasn't directed a Transformers movie ever since 2017. I mean, yes, he's in the behind the scenes of the other movies that came after The Last Knight, like Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast. He's been a producer of those films, and I'm pretty sure he is a producer of TF1 as well. Number 2, the Bayverse haters would freak if Michael Bay came back. They would be like, oh my gosh, Michael Bay is returning to do Transformers. He's gonna destroy the franchise. It's gonna be awful. We need to boycott the movie. No more Transformers movies with Michael Bay. Go back to J1. Like, as much as I find those people for the most part obnoxious, you have to admit that would happen. There would be a huge uproar for the Bayverse haters because they don't want Bay back. Bay, to them, destroyed Transformers. I mean, I don't. I think the Bayformers was like the Star Wars prequels of Transformers, where they were not represented very well when they came out because it went different from what the original fans wanted. So yeah, like it or not, there would be a huge uproar from Bayverse haters. And then 3, what would be the project? Let's say if it was a TF6, I'm sorry, I don't want it. The Last Knight did way too much damage to the Michael Bay universe. If Michael Bay is truly coming back, a TF6 would not work. I mean, sure, you could have a movie that is fixing the mistakes of TLK. If Michael Bay is truly coming back to do a Transformers movie, which has not been confirmed by Michael Bay or Paramount, I would rather them retcon The Last Knight and do TF5 again, because TF5 was really bad. Again, it destroyed a lot of Bayverse lore. It added stuff that doesn't make any sense into it. Bumblebee in World War II. Ring any bells, guys? Bumblebee in World War II. It just makes no sense. Like, this film is fundamentally broken. I wouldn't mind them retconning The Last Knight to start over with the Michael Bay universe and put it back in a way where we possibly could get an actual TF6. Also, Hasbro is well known for not going back to universes that ended or got canceled in the past. Where's Transformers Animated Season 4? Where's Beast Machine Season 3? Where are all the Transformers continuations of all those shows that either ended or got canceled? Answer: they never happened. Hasbro doesn't go back to their projects, they go forward. I mean, it could not be a connection to his established universe. It could be its own thing. That's a possibility. But it just feels too good to be true. And I want people to be aware of that. I know people are going to be pissed at me regardless for being a negative Nancy and being a spoil sport, which if I have to be that, sure, whatever. I think people are just jumping too much into it. Like, we have no official reports. This is a rumor. People make up stuff all the time. We don't know what's true anymore. And until we have actual confirmation, I am calling it fake. But anyway, how do you feel about these rumors? Do you think Transformers movies is coming back? Or do you think that this is all fake and only the G.I. Joe crossover would happen if Transformers movies were back? Tell me in the comments, and have a nice day, everyone.